Well, good evening, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live CGC unboxing. It's been about a week and a half or so since our last meeting here, my friends. Didn't receive any books back last week. It was a relatively slow week. I explained why in my last video. I did a video the other night. Because in August, I didn't really send many books in because of the move, and I went on a little vacation. So I think maybe I sent one batch of books in August, and now we're feeling the repercussions of that. But it's okay because I got back to work, and the books are starting to move again. So anyways, guys, hey, how you doing, guys? I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm also an authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And like I said, another live CGC unboxing. I think one of the better CGC unboxings here on YouTube. Might be a little bit biased, I don't know, but I think it is. And I don't understand why my numbers are always so damn low. I'm doing something wrong, I guess. I don't know. I think the video quality is good. The sound is good. Give you good comics to share with you guys, but the numbers aren't there. I'm not blaming you. I think it's YouTube. I just don't think either I'm not setting it up correctly or whatever. I'm just not getting the views at all compared to people who have very low quality shows. But that's okay. Who cares? As long as you're here, it's all that matters. So guys, listen, let's get right to it. I've got 3 boxes to share with you tonight. That's right. I'm going to spoil you all tonight with 3 boxes. One of them's a bigger box. You know what that means? Magazines. And if you haven't done so yet, guys, you really should go out and check out my last video that I did about 2 nights ago. It's on my playlist there. It's under the one-on-one with the Comic Doctor. Check it out. A lot of news there to share with you all. So I do recommend you check that out. Okay, so anyway, here we go. We got a few different orders in this particular box. We start off with a book we don't see very often here. Where the heck is it? Overhead cam. Where's my overhead cam? Boy, I'm so organized. There it is. Okay. Challengers of the Unknown. Number 18 in a 6.0. We've got a lot of Challengers of the Unknown in this particular lot. Here we go. Look at that, another one. Beautiful cover. That's number 60. This is obviously a vintage box of books, guys. We've got a Challengers of the Unknown number 14 as well. And as per usual, I'm checking the slabs for any cracks. Because as you know, I only have 14 days to send these books back if there is some kind of severe, notice the word, severe damage caused by shipping. My Greatest Adventure, number 84. Oh, check this baby out. Wow. You don't see this too often. 9.6 copy of Doom Patrol 104. A book from 1966. When do you see books of that age coming back 9.6? Not very often. All right, next we have, our stack is starting to get high. But we have a copy of Silver Surfer number 1. I know who these belong to. In a 4.0. Been waiting for these guys. And I have another copy of Silver Surfer number 1. And this one is, I'll go like this because my stack over there is really high. It's a 5.0. Both belong to the same owner. And let me go over to the chat. And that's right, we have a chat here, guys. If you love to talk about comic books, you have any questions for me, the Comic Doctor, any questions about pressing, collecting, dry cleaning, whatever, you can ask those questions free of charge over here at the channel. And all you have to do is go over to the chat room and leave your question there. But there's always little catches. There's a catch. You don't have to pay, but of course you have to be a member, a subscriber. So hit that subscribe button so you can ask me some questions if you'd like. Okay, so let's go over to that chat room right now and see who's here. Well, we have 21 people in the room right now. We have Lord Thoth, my trusty moderator. How's it going, Lord? Long time no see. Brian's here as well. How you doing, Brian? Dave's here as well. Good evening. Joey Lane says, how's it going? Hey, how's it going all? Hey, Kevin, how you doing? I'm doing okay on this rainy, thundery Thursday night here in Oshawa. It was pretty creepy. I was kind of having a little lay down. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, a little bit of a chest thing going on here. And I was chilling out there before the stream. You might hear my voice seems kind of airy. Anyways, brightest light I ever saw, and then the really intense thunder. So yes, we're getting a fall storm right now. Sam is here as well. How you doing? Hit the thumbs up and let's get Kevin the views. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Guys, I honestly don't know what to do. It's crazy, I watch all the videos on what to do, how to garner new members and stuff. And I know having consistent videos is important. I know sometimes I'm not too consistent, but I believe that YouTube actually, what I've been hearing, the rumbling is YouTube prefers pre-recorded videos. And as you know, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. Anything can happen right now. And I'm live. So I just prefer to do that. Less editing, less time. Time is of the essence. So, I go live. Anyways, I'm not out to slag anybody else. I mean, I do watch other unboxings, and I don't see them as being as interactive as this show is. I don't see oftentimes the amount of books that I have, and I also the video quality and sound quality is also very crappy. So I can't understand why. Maybe it's this face. Maybe I gotta get an attractive young woman in here to do this. Would you prefer that instead? Because maybe I'll hire somebody. Maybe I'll get Charlo on here. He's much more attractive than I am to be on here doing this. Perhaps that'll work. I don't know. You tell me. What should I do? The P-Man's here as well. I almost missed you there, P-Man. How's it going, Troy? Lord says not bad. Talking about the comic, obviously. Sam, so what month are you working on now? People will ask anyway. You know what? You're right. People do ask, don't they? And I'm happy to report that we are coming towards the end of June. We're mid to late June right now. And then we're going to hop into July and August, which I shouldn't say no books came in. Books came in. But it was in June and July, I did not see a lot of mail-ins. I did see a lot of drop-ins at the shop. At the old shop, a lot of people were coming in, dropping off books. So I do have a fair number of books to do in July and August. But it shouldn't take us forever to do them. So I'm telling people now, I'm quoting around eight weeks right now if the books come in. I have a feeling, I got a sneaking suspicion it's going to be busy at the next Toronto Comic Book Show. Could be wrong. But I got a sneaking suspicion it is because I'm noticing that the submissions are kind of like this right now, but trending up more than down. And that show is always a busy show. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of books come in. So if you want to beat the Toronto Comic Book Rush, what you want to do is you want to fill out a submission form right now. You don't have to get the books to me today or tomorrow. In fact, you can bring them to the Toronto Comic Book Show. But if you have a date stamp as of today, then your books are going to beat anybody who brings their books to the show and submits there. So anyways, just a little advice if you want. I'm going to zip in my Diet Coke. Yes, I'm back in the Diet Coke. But not for long. My one vice. Logan's here. How's it going, Logan? Long time no talk. Like 10 minutes. John's here. How you doing, John? Good to see you. Stuart's here. Good evening, Kevin and everyone. How you doing, Stu? David says, hey, Kevin, got a Funko Pop made by... That's awesome. Excellent. I'd love to see it. Please send me pictures. I want to see what you had done. Lord Thoth's rumors, what YouTube wants, just do your thing. Yeah, you know what? That's all I can do, Lord Thoth. Just do my thing. And again, this channel, like I've said to many of you before, this channel is more, well, it's for anybody who enjoys looking at comic book art, because that's all we're doing is looking at covers pretty much. But talking about the comic, collecting world, I've always said I want to do more. It's just time is just not there for me to do more. Not yet. Although I do see things hopefully opening up for me time-wise in the new year. I said that before too, but hopefully that happens. This channel, again, was a place for me to communicate with you, my clients, individuals that send me comic books. So you can see that I'm here. You can open a dialogue with me and see your comics come back from CGC in a virtual show and tell. I'll come back to the chat in just one sec. Check this beauty out. Nice copy of Hulk 141. I love this cover. The colors are gorgeous. Not a bad grade to 9.0. I forget whose book this is. I know who the name is. I know who all these books belong to, but names are evading me. Again, maybe it's because I'm a little bit under the weather. Maybe it's because I'm getting old, and I'm always joking with my students that I'm getting senile in my old age. But look at this. Nice copy of Wolverine #1. The negative space variant cover in a 9.8. It's a lovely comic. So obviously we're now going over to the moderns. I see we got 26 people in the room. Only 12 likes. The likes do help, guys. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that would certainly be appreciated. Another 9.8. A-Force #1 and a 9.8. Then we're going back in time again to 1984 with a newsstand edition of Transformers #1 in an 8.5. First appearance of the new Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, in Amazing Spider-Man 16 in a 9.4. Amazing Spider-Man 194. First appearance of the Black Cat, White Pager, 9.4. A book that kind of took a dive value-wise. Maybe a good time to pick this book up if you don't have a copy already. Marvel Special Edition number 15. First appearance of Shang-Chi in a 9.2. I never had a copy of this. I always wanted to copy this book. And when visiting Vegas about just before COVID, I went to Torpedo Comics and they had a copy on the wall for, I think it was like $100. I talked him down to like 65 or 70 US, I forget. He graded it about an 8, and I took it home and I did my work, came back. Mine came back a 9.4, and I traded mine away, so I'm kind of missing my copy. My copy went towards a Hulk #1, so not a bad trade, with other books, of course, but I do want to get another copy of this book as well. Come on, there we go. We also have a copy of Tomb of Dracula #1 in an 8.5. There you go. I think my stack is too high, but I'll try put it on. Oh, that kind of just goes on there. But that's it for the stack. Let me pack these babies away, and we'll go on to the next one in just a moment. Got a nice old gold key book coming up. You're going to like this one too. It's a nice high grade as well. Let's go back to the chat. Rob Ben says, girls in bikinis help with... Yeah, I think you're right, Rob. So we'll see. You don't want to see me in a bikini. God help me, I would lose subscribers. But yeah, maybe girls in bikinis will do it. We'll see. Rock City's here. Just hop in a hot tub. You'll break records. Which ones? Don't know exactly. Do you make an exception for UL books? UL. What are we talking about, Rox? I'm sorry. It's late. I don't know what UL stands for. UL. What does UL stand for, guys? Let me know. Acronyms. Short forms. Let me see if somebody tells me what UL is. Eric says, just do your thing, although I do want your business to grow and hope it continues to do so. Thanks, Eric. Business is doing all right. Astro Lucky, how are you? Good to see you. Business has been very strange this year. This is the first year where I could honestly say I'm seeing a bit of a plateau. Books are still coming in. Don't get me wrong. We're still chipping away at them. But a bit of a plateau is happening. And again, is that a bad thing, really? It gives me a chance to breathe, to recalibrate, figure things out. If you watched my last video, know that Nupur and I are going to start doing some conservation work. Dave's here in the chat. Dave was at the shop already on, was it Tuesday or yesterday? It was yesterday. He was in the shop yesterday. We were talking about doing some magic to one of his books as well, too, already with conservation, having a lot of people inquire about that service. So that's what I'm very excited about. Also, other things in the works as well, too. So, whatever. It is what it is. I'm happy to say we're still chugging along, and we got a lot of books to work on. So that's fantastic. And I thank all of you for continuing to send books in, even though I know my wait times are probably longer than most other pressers. I get it. I know it. I always say if you want them yesterday, I'm not your man. I'm not your man. And so Bruja said, not Bruja, sorry. Rock City clarified and said unlimited. So he said, do you make an exception for unlimited books? What do you mean an exception? Do you mean speed, Rock City? Do you mean speed? What do you mean by exception? John's here. How's it going? Your channel is unique. Thank you, John. That's a nice way to say it. It involves interaction with your... Well, that's just it. I like the interaction with the audience. That's the best part of this. That's the fun part. And I also like channels, other channels, and most of the channels I watch, and Lord Thoth knows this too, but we're both big fans of Burnett. We like to be in channel or go to channels where there's an interaction with the audience. People talk. I love that. I've always talked about bringing people on the channel with me to chat. I love to learn about your collections too. Again, things I'd like to do, things that take time. And unfortunately, while YouTube is a lot of fun to do, it doesn't pay the bills. So I can't be spending hours and hours on YouTube, unfortunately. Although I tell you, man, I see the appeal of it. I certainly do, and I'd love to do a lot more on YouTube, and maybe one day I will. But right now, this is gonna have to do. Eric's definitely the time to buy Shang-Chi right now. I agree, Eric. John says a personal touch others are lacking. Thanks, John. I hope so. So Lord Sauce, he's got a Master of Kung Fu. It's about a 9.2. That's nice. Good grade to have. Bruha Hale, how you doing, Bruhaha? Dave House, most of those content creators have a wall of their grails behind them. Don't hire a pretty face, just do up a wall of your amazing. You think that'll do it, really, if I have a wall of goodies behind me? Really? I thought that too, but I don't know. But as you can see, I have no room in my walls behind me because I have these two giant freaking presses back here. But this press over here, that press there is going soon. It's going to the shop. We need one more at the shop. And I'm going to rearrange the space a little bit, and maybe I will. I thought of it too. I'll tell you, this room was chock full of my own personal collections years ago, but I just had to put it out all in storage. I needed room to do this, so it had to go. But maybe it's a good idea, Dave. Presentation is huge, that's for sure. Rock City says yes, speed. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, unlimited value will. Excuse me, if your book is like $6,000 or more, it automatically gets thrown into my what do you call it? My ER service, my Extreme Rush service. That service costs $195. Any book, you could send a $10 book in if you want. If you pay that fee, it'll get put right in the front of the line and be off to CGC within 5 business days. But if you have a big book, like for example, like a Hulk 181, that's happens to be a higher grade book, that'll be automatically into that tier anyway, and I get those books done right away. Now, if the book is not, like say it's a $4,000 book or a $5,000 book, it may or may not go there. Some people will pay the extra $20 if they're off a little bit to get it on that Extreme Rush and then at the door. So yeah, some guys, I felt really bad because actually Steven from California sent me a couple of heavy hitters back in. It was like early August he sent them. And it was right... Wait, fluff on my arm here. It was right when he... there it is. Oh, come on. There's a little bit of fluff. He sent me this Hulk 181 and a couple of other books. And the other 2 books were not, valued at the same as the Hulk 181. And he wanted all 3 to go down really fast. Well, they didn't go down really fast because I was in the middle of moving. And we ended up going on vacation. When I got back, the presses were all I couldn't even do the work because nothing was working. So when I finally got the books done and sent out, I felt so bad for him. I didn't charge him the price. That his book still went a lot faster than everybody else's. I'll tell you, I did put him at the front of the line, and I didn't charge him the same price that was on his bill because he didn't get the books done as quickly as they should have been done. So, but I do have that service there if you do have a really high value book. Yeah, I want them out of here as soon as possible. Sorry to ramble on. Let's keep going, guys. I got 2.5 more boxes to go here. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. I hope you're in the mood for a lot of comics because here we go. Next, we've got a book you don't usually see in a high grade. The Yellow Submarine Beatles book from Gold Key in a 9.2 white pager. That's a nice copy right there. This is a really cool box. We got a whole variety of moderns and some vintage books. We even got another beautiful early, well, I wouldn't say early, not for Superman, it's not early. For other books, it might be. But at any rate, it's a 9.6 copy of Superman 249 from 1972. It's a book, usually you don't see them in that kind of grade. We also have an 8.0 copy of Tomb of Dracula, number 3. That's a pretty book, too. Right there. Oh, Troy, I think your books are coming in. Are these Troy's? I think these are Troy's books. All right, we've got Walt Disney Comics, number 83 and an 8.5. Wow, nice grade on that one. Yeah, I think these are Troy. Are these yours, P-Man? 7.5 copy, 4-color 274 from 1950. That's an awesome Bugs Bunny cover right there. Look at that one, guys. Isn't that great? That's awesome. We've got another Bugs Bunny Dell, 4-color number 200, and a 7.5 as well. Right there. Wow. Look at that. Nice one. Walt Disney's Three Little Pigs, 4-color 218 from 1949 in an 8.0. That is absolutely awesome. Nice Golden Age book there for you. And this box is done, but we end it with a small book. A tiny little nothing book. We got a giant size X-Men number 1 in an 8.5. I have no idea who this belongs to, because I'm going to tell you guys, this year has been the year of giant size X-Men number 1 and the year of Hulk 181s. Oh my Lord. With the the tease of Deadpool, I'm seeing Hulk 181 like all the time. It's a book we see. Well, anyways, I'll put that one back on here so you guys can see it as I segue back to the chat, which is bustling over there. Again, guys, any questions you might have about comic book pressing, comic book cleaning, collecting, where the market's going, anything, or any ideas you might have, let me know. If you're new here, let me know where you're in from, where you're hailing from. I love to see who's tuning in and from where you're tuning in from. And if you're just getting here, my friends, that was box number 1. It was a good box. I like that. It was a nice box. A lot of guys, why are your books always moderns? Because people send moderns in, a lot of moderns. What can I tell you? This box was filled with mostly vintage books, which is excellent. So let's go back to the chat. Hit the subscribe button. Jump on over to the chat and say hello. All right, here we go. Rock City says, Speed, we talked about that. No, Rock City, don't worry about it, buddy. Lord Thoth, RMB, yes, interaction makes it fun, for sure. Guys, Robert Meyer Burnett, I've mentioned him before on this channel. I love Rob because, you can imagine that if you are a host of a large YouTube channel, I wouldn't call my channel large by any definition, but his channel, he's got about 65,000 subscribers. So you know what? He gets a lot of mail. He encourages his viewers to send him mail and letters, and gets a lot of nice letters, but he also gets a lot of mean, nasty letters. And Rob's the kind of dude, man, he'll read the nasty letters on the air. People don't like him for whatever reason, or he says something they don't agree with. They'll go at him, and most YouTube guys will just kind of delete those or just avoid those. Not Rob, man. Rob takes it on. First of all, he thanks the person for writing him, and then he reads the letter in its entirety, and he responds. Honestly, love that guy. Love it. All right. Brian Bowman, Rock City Comics. Check out Kevin's Emergency Rusher. Thanks, Brian. Yeah. And again, listen, I know that service is friggin' expensive. And again, it's not meant for every book. It's meant for a book. If you've got a big book, you need it done like pronto and done right and taken care of properly, almost like a white glove service. That's what that is. It's not for every book. Because, sometimes guys, buy a book, or if they buy a collection, they have one book in that collection that's really important. They want to get it done. That's the service for it, and that's what it's there for. All right. I love seeing Golden Age. So do I, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot more Golden Age in the weeks coming up. Brian, Crazy Grays, the books are aging better than I. Really, eh, Brian? I feel that way sometimes too. Mike's here. I'll take it. Yeah. Peter's here. Hi, Kev. You don't have the time, but the value and the stats for the books. No, wait, sorry. Hi, Kev. You don't have the time, but value of and stats for the books. Oh, I see. Number of the books on CGC and number of grades are a big part of other videos. Yeah, there are a lot of guys will spend a lot of time doing research. Now, listen, Peter. I'm not talking about Like, there's a couple of guys who do very thorough videos. And don't get me wrong, I highly respect those guys. I respect anybody who gets on here and does this. It's not, a lot of people would find this very intimidating, very difficult to do, to get up in front of, in some cases, thousands of people and just shoot the shit. It's very intimidating. I guess for me, I do it every day, right? In a way, not thousands of people, but I get them to talk all day long. So for me, getting out here and talking to a camera, no problem. But yeah, there are some guys who do some amazing videos where they take a book and they do very specific statistics about that book, values, graded values. I get it. Now I'm talking about dudes. There are some guys who just do exactly what I'm doing. Very simple, unbox. Look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. And they're getting like 2,000 views in a week. And I'm like, I top maybe 450 views usually when I do these videos, which it just boggles my mind. But whatever. But Peter, you're right. There are guys that do a lot of work. But I'm going to tell you something. There was a time when I first started doing these YouTube videos when I did them a little more fancier. I had a little more, it was more production value, I guess you could say. And I'll tell you, I got less views than I did with live. That's why I went live, because live is just so much easier. But again, things can go wrong here, Sometimes I got to sneeze. I got to hit that mute button so I don't blow your eardrums out. Things like that. But anyways, the P-Man. Yeah. Oh, yes, they are. Wow. I bought that Donald Duck book as a 6. Wow. Amazing work, Doc. My pleasure, Troy. Dave, the new shop is going to blow you guys away. The door wrap is on point. Yeah. Well, I have put, yeah, thanks, Dave actually came just after the door wrap was installed. As you know, I'm in an industrial spot. I have like a body man beside me, and I got a mechanic on the other side of me. It's not like a usual retail outlet. I don't have big signs out front, but the owner of the building didn't want no signs put up. So he said, do a wrap. So I did a wrap on these double doors I have. And of course I chose one of my favorite comics, my John Byrne Guardian coming up, fighting Logan in X-Men 109. So I took a high-res scan of that and gave it to my wrap guy, and he put it all together for me, and on it went. So yeah, very happy with that. It looks really cool. It's very sharp. Mike says, joking, yeah, I figured as much. Peter, generally too many Canadian viewers, I can't read that, get too many nasty comments. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. All right, guys, box number 1 down. We're going to move on to the magazine size box. Believe me, it's not full of magazines. I know that. Oh, it's a big, heavy box. But, we got quite a few magazines, though. We got quite a few mags. So what I'll do is I'll start with the comics first, because there's comics in here as well. Wow, can you believe it? They got it right. They mailed some comics back with magazines. I don't believe it. They did it. But I can also tell you they screwed up a couple of Stevens books as well. Well, whose is this? Whose is this book? I have no idea whose book this is. All right, check this out. Very nice copy of ASM 129 and a 9.2. Nothing wrong with that. Start off this one with a banger. We've got a Wolverine number 2 limited series in a 9.6 white pages newsstand edition. We've got a number 1 from the exact same series in a 9.0. I have a feeling it's all 4 of them, is it? Let's see. No, I'm wrong. We've got a Amazing Spider-Man 238, first Hobgoblin, in a 9.4. And that's also a newsstand copy. Down there, you'll see that. We got a nice copy of ASM 141. Oh, I love this cover. Awesome cover. And a 9.4. And we also have a New Teen Titans number 2 newsstand copy, also in a 9.4. And again, I don't know whose books these are. I'm not even going to hazard. I think I might know who they are. I'm not sure. Oh, we got one more here. We've got a Batman newsstand copy. Canadian price variant of Batman 357. First full appearance of Killer Croc right there. So we got some newsstands. There's a Canadian price variants here, which is pretty cool. Now that stack is very high. And we got some interesting magazines coming up next, so don't go anywhere. I also have another full box of CGC goodness. So it's a Thursday night of CGC wonders, my friend. Mike says, I'm in the area and I'll have to stop by one day soon. I have some comics in need of a press and grade. I found you on YouTube a few months ago and I was surprised to find you are in the schwa. I know, eh? People say that some. I had no idea you were really close by. Well, Mike, if you want, next, I might as well tell you all now. If you did not watch my last video, if you do not subscribe to my newsletter, Facebook, or Instagram page, next Saturday, the 14th, I'll be having my grand reopening celebration from 11 o'clock a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturday, the 14th. I'll have swag there. I'm giving out some free swag, some cake, some coffee. And I'm trying to get comics ready for that day, like adding more comics to my bins. I'll have some discounts on, and then also upstairs, I do have an upper level actually with about 1,000 square feet of space, which Charlo has been tapped on the shoulder to outfit. So we're gonna have tons of comics up there, toys, mostly vintage toys, comic books. Like everything from Lego to whatever, Star Wars, wrestling, you name it. We have baseball cards, all kinds of stuff. So a whole smorgasbord of goodness at the Comic Doctor's Loft, which will be open next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. And like I said, I'm trying to get my area, Dave can attest, it's still not finished yet. I'll spend most of this weekend coming up there trying to get it organized for the following week. Brian, ASM Wolverine's Batman. Yeah, you know what, Brian? I thought those were yours. Sam T says the ASM 238 is a Canadian. Oh, is it? I thought it was okay. It was a 75 center. All right, cool. Mike's in Bowmanville. Excellent. You need to invoice me, Kevin. Get yourself paid. Brian, did I not invoice you on those ones? That's weird if I didn't. Nice. Frank's here. I haven't heard from Frank in a while. Okay, guys. Here we go. One more box to go after this one. Now these, okay, I think these belong to, these are Rob's books. These have been sitting in CGC limbo for far too long. These magazines, we paid for express service for these back in July, and they should have been here like sometime in August. They arrived this week. I emailed them about a month ago. Oh yeah, they're coming. And then again, I emailed them pretty nasty. I sent them a pretty nasty email last week, a pretty more forceful email. And look, now they've arrived. So we got a Sports Illustrated volume 11, number 1 to 4.5 with is that Muhammad Ali on there? That rocker sport, is it Muhammad Ali? No, it's not. Floyd Patterson. Okay, Floyd Patterson. All right, what else we have here? We have some neat magazines here as well. We also have Sports Illustrated number 14 volume for 1959 and a 5.5. And you'll notice again on these ones, guys, there is no mailing stamp, right? Which makes these a lot more sought after. If you're hunting down Sports Illustrated books, remember that if they have no name sticker on them or address sticker on them, that's a premium, right? It's a premium on them. Collectors want those, okay? Really nice early swimsuit edition. Look at this, guys, in an 8.0. That's from 1959, an 8.0. It's amazing to see it last that long, survive that long. We have also this is from 56. We've got Jim Kimberly, Sebring's International Sports Car Classic, and a 7.5. Man, these are pretty. These new magazine slabs are much better than the old ones. They still make me nervous, but they're a lot better. Okay, this stack, I can probably do one more. Here's a cool one. Look, and guys, people are not just slabbing Sports Illustrated. Any magazine with any significant cover is doable. Check this out. Macworld Volume 1, Number 1 from 1984, right? Any kind of significant whatever. If you got a magazine with some significant images on the front cover, that is something you want to consider having done. Of course, the higher the grade, the better. This is only a 4.0, but I can't imagine tons of these are out there. Steve Jobs, chairman of the board of Apple Computer. Apple's remarkable new personal computer, the Macintosh, right, guys? This is pretty awesome. Anyways, there you go. You don't see that every day, right? And now I think my stack is high. Let me go back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Who was the one? I don't know, Frank. I have no clue. I'm not sure. I won't know until my daughter works on. Now, these books will not. I'm telling you right now. Everything you're seeing today will not be available this weekend. It's not happening. They'll probably get sorted tomorrow, which is Friday, maybe even Saturday. So I will not have these. Will not be available until the following week. Now that being said, and I'm telling you guys, you're my friends. I'm telling you guys this. If you need to come to the shop Monday to Friday, I am available by appointment between 1 and 3:30. Okay. Prefer earlier in the afternoon, but I can make myself available usually. So yeah, I don't. Again, the reason I don't want to do too much during the week is because I need that time to do the other stuff. If I'm meeting with people all the time, stuff's not going to get done. But I understand some people do have a hard time getting out on Saturdays is bad for some people. For most people, Saturdays is ideal. But for the odd person, Saturday is not ideal. So again, if you need to see me Monday to Friday, reach out. Reach out to me. And if you want to come to the shop, that's not a problem. We'll work something out. Okay? Yeah, Frank, I'm not sure. I won't know till we go through them. Congrats to whoever owns that. That's what Brian says. Lord says 8-0, not bad. Yeah. A Ranger for Collectors here. Hey, like button, help the doc. Thank you, A Ranger for Collectors. I do appreciate that. We got a few more magazines to go, and then we're jumping right into box number 3. Chock full of comic goodness. All right. This is a cool looking cover. We've got Sports Illustrated from 1967. Cassius Clay. Oh, I freaking love it. 9.4. I love anything to do with Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay. He was like a superhero to me growing up, right? You know, seeing him on all those talk shows with Howard Cosell and their kibitz back and forth, their dialogues back and forth. If you're a kid in the 70s like I was, Muhammad Ali was like a superstar. He was like he was a boxer unlike any other, in that he was so charismatic, and he was so he was a great person to watch, to just talk, and the way when he was being interviewed, it's a fun person to watch. And of course, they had action figures of all that. So a big fan of Muhammad Ali. When I see these Sports Illustrated magazines of his, I love it. I love it. All right. Well, this is a pretty cool. Now again, you talk about the first appearance of Logan and Wolverine. Is it 180? Is it 181? You talk about the first appearance of Deadpool and New Mutants 98. Well, how about the first appearance of Wayne Gretzky? Right? Boom, right here. That's the one, guys. If you've got this is a big book. It says right here, first Wayne Gretzky cover. First Wayne Gretzky cover. The first time Wayne Gretzky ever appeared in a magazine such as this. Right here. Big book. Big book. We also have here, this is kind of neat. We actually have this is Vancouver Canucks magazine. So in a 9.0, nothing wrong with that. That's a nice grade. Okay. Sorry to break up the comic craze with sports stuff. A lot of you guys are into sports anyway. A lot of you guys like your baseball, hockey cards. I know Frank's into that sort of stuff. And, is that it? No, it's 3 more. 3 more. We also have a Sports Illustrated from 1958. Again, in an 8.0. In an 8.0. All the way to the PGA Jack Nicklaus cover from 1971 in a 9.0. Check that out. Now I'm officially out of room. I have one more magazine. I'll just hold this one up. We've got from 1968, St. Louis Cardinals cover. Yeah, in a 9.2 right there. All right. There you go. So that's it for the mags, guys. And I do, I thank Rob, and I think Matt has some books in here too that he's been waiting a really long time for. So I'm glad they're finally back for them. You know, people are often, some people look at comic books as an investment. These magazines are starting to really, I've said it before, they are really, really heating up. In fact, if you're in the Toronto area, Rob, the fellow who does run the Toronto Comic Book Show, has opened a new shop. Actually, he opened it around the same time as me. His is in Toronto, though. It's called Flip, F-L-I-P-P, I think. You can find him on Instagram. Tons of sports cards and lots of magazines, graded and non-graded. So if you want to check those out, look up Flip. And is it Flip, F-L-P-P or F-L-I-P-P? I don't know. I have to look that up. Okay. Let me just get these comics put back in here. All right. Let's go back to the chat while I do this. Love the sports. Good. Love some of those old magazines. Yeah, Frank, they're pretty cool. And the P-Man says, that's a fantastic grade on that Ali cover. It is a beaut. Yes. I never realized how valuable these were. And I don't think even some of the owners did not realize how valuable they were until they sold them and found out. Like I'm still shocked. Rob had that really nice copy of, I posted on my Instagram when it happened. He had that really nice copy of the first appearance of Pele in Sports Illustrated. It came back in 9.6, was the highest in the census. And when that thing sold, I couldn't believe what it sold for and what it's now currently selling for. It's insane. You know? So are the prices, are they going to stop? Are they going to keep going up? I don't know. It seems to me there's less Sports Illustrated magazines than some of those baseball, hockey, football, basketball cards that were printed back in the day. Okay, guys, one more box. Let me just put these invoices on top of here. Let me just kind of be very unprofessional and push that there, and I'll bring this baby over. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, we start off with a 9.8, and nothing wrong with that. We got a 9.8. Dragon, what is it? Dragonlance, number 1. Where is my transition? Right there. Okay, Dragonlance, number 1 in a 9.8. We have a Web of Spider-Man, 86 in a 9.8. Okay, we have an Amazing Spider-Man 255 in a 9.8. This might be a pre-screen. Let's see. Because I'm seeing a lot of 9.8s here. Yeah, these are pre-screen. So somebody had a pre-screen. And these 11 books, well, let's see how many more came back 9.8. We got quite a few. Here we go. 9.8. Roach Mill. 9.8. Amazing Spider-Man, number 255. 9.8. 9.8. You know, I don't know what. It warms the cockles of my heart when I see so many 9.8s back to back like that. Doesn't that make you just feel so good inside? It makes me feel so nice. I feel so nice. But like everything, all good things must come to an end. We break the streak with a Black Panther number 1 from 1977 and an 8.0. All right, let's keep going there. Now this stack is super high. I have to totally put these away. Hold on. What else can I tell you? Now, oh, a 9.8 run is sweet. It sure is. It sure is. Guys, if you haven't done so already, I did mention my previous video. There's also a link there that deals with Comic Link. And again, Comic Link is now for sure coming to the Comic Doctor's office on November the 11th from 12 to 5 to pick up books for anybody who wants to try out their service, for new clients. But you want to get over, now, if you don't follow me on Facebook, do that. And check out, I have a link there that goes directly back to my website with all the information and details you need to know should you wish to use Comic Link. All right, this is kind of a tester. We're going to see how many people come out and use the service, and if it becomes a lot of people come in, maybe we'll make it more an annual thing where Matt can come out and take books and ship them out. But basically, in a nutshell, Comic Link is charging 10%. 10%. That's it. 10%. So you sell a $100 book. Well, they want more than $100 books, but say you sell a $200 book, they get $20. That's it. They're covering everything, even the shipping to their facility. So anyways, if you want more information, go to my Facebook page. There should be a, in the last 4 or 5 posts, there's a whole Comic Link there, Comic Link link, and it'll take you and give you all the information. And the fellow who is offering it, his name is Matt Newell. He is the Comic Link rep here in, I guess in Canada. I'm not sure just in Ontario, but Canada. And he said, call him up, give him a call, email him, text him, whatever, and you guys can chat about that, okay? So I know some of you were asking about that. Okay, next we have a Batman third printing of Batman 423 in a 9.2. A Daredevil, number 184, newsstand edition in a 9.0. Oh, I recognize this one. Who's this belong? I love this. Awesome. ISIS, number 1 in a 9.4. Amazing Spider-Man 92. And we got a purple label on it. 9.4. Apparently there's color touch on there somewhere. Let's have a look. See if I can see it. I didn't see it before. Small amount of color touch on cover. Well, where on the cover are you saying this color touch is? So I did not catch it. We did not catch it. I don't know. I don't see anything. Looks like a beautiful copy to me. It just looks like a beautiful copy to me. All right, we got a Fantastic Four, number 62, in a 7.5. Frank, are these your books? I'm not sure. I don't recognize some of these, but we've got a Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., number 4, from 1968 in a 6.5, and they give this book white pages. We have an Amazing Spider-Man 38 in a 7.5. Whew, it's hot. That press is on there. I'm sweating. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 45 in a 9.4. Holy shit. That just hit me what this is. Number 45 in a 9.4. Look at this one. Whoa. Well, that's got to be a big dollar book, I would think. And a 9 point. Yeah, that's something you don't see every day. Okay, and now my stack is high, so I'm going to put these away and go back to the chat. Lord Thoth is a Dragonlance fan. A 9.8 run, yes. I got some art for Matt. Oh, cool. Give Matt a call. Sam, give him a call. Oh, Lord Thoth actually put up the link there, guys, for the Comic Link information. Everything is laid out there. Again, guys, I'm simply acting as an intermediary. When you go, I'm starting to lose my voice now. But if you go to, if you come to the shop on that day, Matt's gonna be set up. He'll have all the Comic Link forms. Everything is done for you. I'm just offering him a place to meet with you guys. It's all between you and Comic Link at that point, but you're going to get all the paperwork through Comic Link and all that. But there are some, he asked for some basic, some, I guess you could say minimum values and whatever. So go check that all out. But yeah, they also do carded, toys, vintage toys. And they also do art, like comic book art, like Sam was saying. And what they'll also do, which is pretty cool, is they'll actually grade your books for you. So if you've got a bunch of books ready to go, like ready to go to CGC, they'll send the books to CGC, get them graded for you, do all the shipping and everything, cover all of that, which is pretty remarkable, and give you their 15% discount, and will not charge you for that until your book sells, right? So that's pretty good. So that's a pretty good option there too. To be honest, I never thought of this. If you have, say, 30 or 40 good books. Now, they're not going to do this with books that are $50 books, right, guys? You know that. But if you've got some decent books that are like, $200 value, $300, $400 value and up, and say you're getting them all pressed and cleaned with the intention of selling the books, you're better off in many ways to just, once your presser is, and again, it doesn't have to be me, but once your presser is done with your books, ship them off to Comic Link or another company like that, and have them do all the work for you. They'll ship the books to the CGC, have the books come back from CGC, post the books on their auction site, sell the books for you, mail the books out to the new owners, and you just got to sit back and relax and let them deal with everything. And all it costs you, I believe, is 10% with Comic Link. Now every company is different, but Comic Link is 10%. So that to me is a pretty good deal. 49 Felix says, "What's up, Doc?" Haha, not much. Finishing up these boxes. I've got a few more to go. A few more ASMs, it looks like, which are really quite pretty. I can see another nice high grade one right there. I still can't believe that 9.6, man. That's pretty awesome. What's up with you, 49 Felix? What's up with you? Guys, we're wrapping this up. Before you leave, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. 26 of you in here right now. Only 22 likes. I was hoping to have a little more than that. So if you don't mind hitting that would be fantastic. If you want to share the video too, you can do that. Go to your favorite Facebook page and share our talk here, our video. That would be wonderful. All right, we're going to finish up now with the last, I think it's 4 or 5 books. Here we go. Here we go. All right. 9.0 copy of ASM 62. Right there. And a 9.0. Beautiful copy. Okay, we have a Fantastic Four. Annual number 2. This is the Canadian edition of this book. And how do you know it's Canadian, guys? You just turn it around. If it's empty, like that, you know it's a Canadian edition. No advertising on it. 7.0. Oh, shit. Look what I did. Sorry, Frank. There you go. We'll work our way back. 7.0. Copy of Fantastic Four, annual number 2. And then we have the ASM number 62 in a 9.0. This is another book you don't usually see in this kind of grade. Star Trek number 1 Gold Key, 9.0 white pages. Very rarely see this book in that kind of grade. And this book is a pretty big dollar book now too. When do you see these in a 9.0? And we finish off this lot with a 7.0 copy of Silver Surfer number 1. Wow, you know what, guys? That was a pretty damn good unboxing, if I do say so myself. Quite the variety. And to be honest, not a hell of a lot of moderns. It's been mostly vintage stuff, which I think we all prefer that, right? Especially guys, if you guys are on my age, and most of you probably are around my age. Yeah, again, Lord Thotha, I totally agree with you. An amazing grade. Well, guys, that's it for me. Listen, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. 3 boxes. I can tell you right now, 3 more boxes are en route to the Comic Doctor's office as we speak. They're supposed to come here on Monday, but I wouldn't be surprised if they arrive on Saturday. And if they do arrive on Saturday, I will do a Thanksgiving Day unboxing. Thanksgiving? What are you talking about, Kevin? It's not Thanksgiving. Well, my American friends, it sure is. Up here in Canada, our Thanksgiving takes place about a month or so before yours does. So, we have Thanksgiving this weekend. And so to my Canadian, my compadres, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm sure I'll be seeing some of you this Saturday at my shop from 11 till 2. If you have books you want to drop off, you're more than welcome to come down to the shop. No appointment necessary, but please do know that I do have guys who do have appointments. So give yourself a little, a bit of time when you come in so that I can get through giving people's books back and what have you. And that's pretty much it for me. Also, before I do go, make sure if you have not read through my my newsletter, you want to do that. Where can you find my newsletter? A copy of my newsletter is linked in my Facebook main page. Go and check that out, and you can find all the latest news from the Comic Doctor. And if you, why not just get it delivered right to your email inbox? When you're at my website, you can simply subscribe to my newsletter. And again, I do not bombard your email box with like thousands of emails. You'd be lucky if you get one every 3 or 4 months, to be honest. And it's usually just an update, and it's very easy to read. Joey Lane says, "Oh, love that surfer. Thanks, Frank." Joey says, "Damn, so many nice books." Yeah, it was a great unboxing. Have a great Thanksgiving with your family, guys. Thank you, Troy. You as well. Lord Thoth, his turkey there. 49 Felix, I have to watch the replay. Yeah, go ahead and watch it. Brian says, "Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Night all. Happy turkey. You too, Bri. Take care." Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Lord Thoth has just posted my Facebook link right there. Go on over there, and a lot of my most recent information is there too. I always post to Facebook, guys. I like the newsletter so much. I got it twice. Brian, the reason why you got it twice is I didn't think it sent the first time. I used MailChimp, and it was acting really strange. I didn't even receive it. I always have another email, and it didn't come to me. So I sent it a second time. So you got it twice. I'm glad you did. But I promise I don't bombard anybody with my newsletters. All right, guys, that's it for me. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and maybe I'll see you again soon with another unboxing this weekend. And if not this weekend, early next week. Take care. Have a great night. See you soon. Bye for now.